excuse me, has a governing body called NetPep. It's a product testing evaluation program that a lot of states use. And what they did a few years ago was put together a committee called the Geotextile or Geosynthetic Work Group. And out of that committee came some standards in the industry to try to I don't want to say combat it. It was more, the big elephant in the room in the geotextile world was that we were seeing a decent amount of lower end woven products maybe in the marketplace that were coming from overseas. We couldn't really trace them back to manufacturing companies, and they weren't testing out the way they should. So instead of having each state agency go and do a rigorous testing program to go in and spend a bunch of money to try to make sure that all their products on each single job is going to meet all the standards, why don't we enact something very similar to what the pipe industry has done and do a quality control program? And so out of that committee came the standards for NetPep. And these are the four broad categories. Essentially, it's a printed manufacturing name or code somewhere on the material, so you could actually trace it back to the source manufacturer. It requires that source manufacturer to have some third-party audits being done at not only their facility, but more importantly, their testing lab, which is a long time coming, to be honest with you. A lot of times we can put whatever we think we want certified on a geotextile application, but this is really going to close that loophole in the industry. And then it also calls for a varied label of product styles and a little bit of cope streak here later on for private labeling type applications. They're probably going to move more into that role, because there are some good cases on supply to private label material. But in the end, we're going to at least be able to source it back to the manufacturer, so we can all have some assurances that what we've got on the job site meets the specification.